Alcohol emotionally cost me my sanity. I was constantly looking for validation in my life, and I thought I'd get that from alcohol. I needed this, right? I needed this substance to perform, to be better. I thought it made me better. It took everything from me, man. That's how I woke up in the day. That's how I survived in life. It was like a relationship, and to let it go was very painful, and it took pretty much everything from me, with all the physical stuff and all the material things. Emotionally, I was attached to it. I thought it made me a better version of myself. I thought it was kind of like my secret to life. If I took a couple shots, this is a person that people would want to see. This is the person I wanted to be. And I thought alcohol made me access that version of myself. But later in my career of drinking, it started getting really bad. So I was hiding shooters in my pocket. So I would take them to the bathroom while I was at work and take a couple shots. So I would go to the liquor store, grab a couple of shooters. I would drink before work to get myself ready for work, a couple beers. And then I'd go to the liquor store, grab five different shooter bottles and just have them ready just in case I needed them, which I always needed them. I think it was December 22nd, 2023. I was having seizures. I was having a lot of problems, and I couldn't drink them away anymore. The addiction had caught up with me. I was shaking so bad. I was having seizures while being highly sedated. I was drinking about 2.5 bottles a day, plus I was on about 10 milligrams of benzodiazepines a day, and I was still having seizures. So I was really scared, and I made a phone call, and my buddy came over and he picked me up and put me on a plane December 24th, 2023, and sent me to California. Looked at me and he said, dude, I can't do anything with you. You have to go to treatment. One thing I would like to get across is if you're having a hard time physically, walking, having movement issues, that is common from what I've seen. But physically, I was, just sick everywhere. I would be twitching all over the place. I had a lot of tremors. My voice was shaky all the time. But it was because my body and mind were not connected anymore. I had basically put a barrier in between that, and alcohol was that barrier that binded them. I thought I was broken. I wasn't. My body was responding, it just didn't know how to actually respond. So I had to give myself enough time and enough grace to really get the physical part down, because that was the last thing to go for me. It was spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and then physically. I was just lost, man. I was like a little kid. I was really angry, and the only way I knew how to respond to people was anger, frustration, trying to tell people how to do things when I was asking for the help. So I really needed to sit down, listen, and put my life into someone else's hands. And that was the whole purpose of me going into treatment, was to get my life out of my hands. Learn how to just operate normal stuff that people do every day. These people feel these feelings of anxiety, feel these feelings of stress, and they just go about their day. I did not. I wanted to be so comfortable in life that I almost killed myself. I needed to remove that comfortability and start going into life as it was, and not, feel that anxiety, but not let it control me. It took a while, man. It took a long time for me to clean up and clear out all that wreckage and all that garbage that was in me. But my relationships have gotten so much better. I have trust, I have honesty, I laugh, I can joke around, I don't take myself so seriously anymore. Some of my worst enemies in the beginning of my sobriety are now my best friends. They were patient with me, they loved me until I could love myself. Dude, my life's awesome. I enjoy all the people around me. My relationships with my family, me and my father, we talk all the time. And even if we don't, we still can enjoy our conversations. He's not worried about me anymore. My family's not worried about me. They get to worry about their lives and what's going on with them, and they don't have to put all that energy into me anymore. And I'm able to do the same for them. It's just a beautiful life. I've gotten everything and more, doubled down on what I wanted in my life. And if I would have just put my life in a box, from sobriety day one to what I have now, I've blown it out of the water with it. Sobriety has been the best thing that's ever happened to me. My life was so small because of alcohol and drugs. I didn't think I could enjoy anything without them. But now I have so much to live for, because I'm not worried about constantly drinking. I'm not worried about being fixed to go and do this thing. I could travel anywhere I want. I'm not worried about having enough medication or enough bottles in the bag. My life's so much. It's open, it's free. There's nothing that's holding me back anymore. If you're on the fence about getting sober, just take the plunge. It's gonna come. You're gonna either have to make a decision, or the decision is gonna be made for you. For me, I had to make that decision. I was on the verge of losing my life, and I've tried to get sober for everybody else. I've tried to get sober for my son. I've tried to get sober for my family, It did not work this time. I wanted to save my life. When you do something in sobriety, now that I do something right now, like, it's actually me doing it. I'm not induced by anything. I'm not chemically like induced, so I'm not getting these feelings or like relieving this anxiety. I'm going into life as life's supposed to be. And so I can look back and be like, man, I did that. You know, like, I'm walking through fear, I walk through anxiety, and I'm impressing myself every other day with the things I've accomplished and the things that have been put in front of me. If you're on the fence, if you never try, you never will know. So, you know, what's really holding you back? Is your life really that worth it right now, or can you see something better for yourself?